class? Today we're going to talk about circumference of circles, 7.9b. Please make sure you take notes and make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel. We're going to discuss circumference vocabulary. Remember, circumference is the distance around the circle. The diameter is the distance across the circle which passes through the center point. The radius is the distance from the center point to the edge of a circle. And remember, guys, pi is the ratio of the circumference of the circle to its diameter. So if we roll out the circle, you remember we get its circumference. And remember the diameter is about 3 diameters that equal up the length of the circumference. And we have a little left over. Remember, so pi is the ratio of the circumference divided by its diameter, which is approximately 3.14. Alright, we're going to get into our formulas. We have two circumference formulas. Circumference equals 2 times pi times radius, and that is when you use this formula when you're given the radius, as well as circumference equals pi times diameter. You will use this formula whenever you have given the diameter. Remember, guys, your circumference formula as well as pi is found on your math reference sheet, so please make sure you're taking advantage of utilizing your math reference sheet. Some key words for circumference. Remember, when we're talking about circumference, we're talking about the distance around the circle. So think about when you're doing word problems around, trim, fencing, border, circumference. Those are all your keyword operations when we're solving circumference. We're now going to get ready to practice. We're going to first do the first 4 steps. Make sure you identify if you're given the diameter or the radius. And then you're going to write down the correct formula and make sure you plug in your values, do the work, and then provide your answer. So let's look at example number 1. Number 1, we are given the diameter. The diameter is 18 inches. So which formula are we going to use? Well, if we're giving the diameter, we're going to circumference equals pi times diameter. Now we're going to plug in. Remember, pi is 3.14. Make sure you guys remember that. Remember, pi is always Alright, now we're going to practice a word problem. Charlotte wants to create a circular fence in her backyard for her bunny. If the radius of the circular region is 5 yards, which measurement is closest to the total length of fencing Charlotte would need? Remember, guys, we need to think about our word problems, words that indicate circumference. Remember, we are dealing with a circular fence, so that is very important. We know that it's a circle. So I like to show the visualization by creating a circle. And we also know that we're talking about the radius of the circle. The radius of the circle is 5 yards. So we know the radius is from the center point to the edge, and we know that's 5 yards. Which measure is closest to the total length of fencing Charlotte would need? Well, we're talking about fencing, and the total length of the fencing is what we need to find. Alright, so remember, fencing goes around the backyard, okay? And we're talking about the bunny, so we need a fence in the bunny, so we need to fence it all the way around. Remember, circumference equals, alright, sorry, the radius is 5, and our circumference equals 2 times pi times radius is our formula that we're going to use. Circumference equals 2 times 3.14 times 5. Show your thinking. 3.14 times 2 is 6.28. And then we're going to do 6.28 times 5. That's 40. 5 times 2 is 10, plus 4 more is 14. And 6 times 5 is 30, plus 1 more is 31. Move the decimal in a total of 2 times. And our answer should be 31.4 yards. So the correct answer would be C. Okay, class, that is the end of our lesson. Make sure you have all of these notes down. Rewatch this video as many times as you need to. And have a wonderful day.